Hello.
Edgeworth investigations.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
All right, stream's on. Let's go. See you guys tomorrow.
No.
Oh, shit.
Get back here, you.
I guess I'll take your one character that you don't have.
Hi. Welcome
Hey,
to Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah.
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 I'm looking forward to this.
This is the collection that released earlier this year. That has the game that was not localized previously, but we're not playing that game yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe
This
not.
was released like 2 months ago?
Was it only 2 months
that's-
ago?
Is that really it? I thought it was more.
September.
It's fairly recent.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Point
Quick
is,
go around.
I'm so ready for this.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
You have to be.
This is the first Ace Attorney game that I've played on stream.
Yay!
Ooh.
Wait,
Yeah.
on stream?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Have
I
you
played a little bit on my own of
Oh, I
other
see.
games in the series, but like,
Oh, cool.
I
Good enough.
haven't,
How
I haven't
dare
played one
you.
of these on stream. Bless you.
Yes,
Thank you.
quick go around. I have played this game in full. Not the second one,
I
though.
have
Only like
watched
half that.
this. I watched both of the games in full.
I'm going in blind.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
jack shit.
I'm blind.
I knew that
All
I
right.
would want to go into these. I've not touched these yet.
As always, let me know how
I'm
audio levels are,
sorry.
chat.
But Edgeworth's here.
No.
Hey,
Crazy.
Sam.
He will be. He will
Hey,
be.
Sam, tonight,
Yeah.
if there's a character that is not on that casting chart, you're voicing them.
Yay! I also have the actual original one, the unblurred, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's go. Ooh, yeah, we get to choose between like the new
Yeah.
redone sprites
Look at him
or the
go.
originals.
Oh god, the old ones. Definitely HD, right?
I don't know. I kind of like
They're
the
both
pixel
so
art actually.
good.
You can't stop at any point.
Yeah, you can do it at any point, so we might swap between them. But let's start with the
Okay.
HD.
Sounds good. I like the pixel ones as well.
Look at me. I'm adorable.
I'm kind of a sucker for GBA
Pixel
era
art.
sprites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what was the point of the remake?
Listen,
The options.
We can play it now.
the
Now it's
options.
portable.
Also, I can
Wait.
play it. Is the thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I guess I could have played the original. At
Stop
the
it,
time,
refrain.
but-
It's March in here!
Martian here,
Nice.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Who this?
I
Then
have
you.
no idea.
Me?
Oh,
I guess
actually, to make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. And then
Is
Saps.
this?
And then Saps.
That may be true, but why? Why go this far?
That's definitely not Miles.
Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost.
My 2 lines!
No.
My coat.
Gun.
Gone.
A little layering
What's
on
the
that
medal
arm.
in?
I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be.
Yes, always.
Amateur.
March.
March in
March.
here. I'm gonna turn arc up just a tiny bit.
I'll pull my
Martin
mic in.
here. Mice.
Nice.
There he is.
There he is.
It's hard to believe I've been away from my office for a whole month.
1 month. That's it.
I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean.
So this game has a big departure from the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it-
aware.
Does this game take place partway through 2? Do I remember?
I don't think so.
It's- Isn't this when Edgeworth returns from whatever he was doing? After all that time?
Certain. I thought it was after 3, personally.
We'll figure it out. The door is unlocked.
Here comes the dead body.
Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Blood?
Lude.
Okay, yeah, you were right, Saps.
What the? What's the meaning of this?
And who is this?
What's all this then?
You know what, Saps, take this for now.
Freeze.
Excuse you?
Your hand is huge.
Identify yourself.
Shut up.
You've got some nerve. Committing murder in a prosecutor's office.
No!
Not the coat.
Was that
It
a
missed
threat?
Yeah.
Let me make one thing very clear.
What?
No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one.
So if it wasn't gumshoes, would it be fine?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shuffle.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. What a bore.
March.
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 But positively irritating.
Hold on, what's this?
Boing,
Hmm?
boing,
Huh?
boing,
Oh.
boing.
I have a badge.
My
Our
prosecutor-
badge, Lunar. You know
I
what to
have
do.
one goal with this badge.
Proof
Oh,
of my
profiles.
profession. Prefer to keep it in my pocket.
Still sap.
I'm finished forensics photographing the victim's body, sure.
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 Very well. Please continue your investigation.
Yeah, sure. It's not my speech impediment. Not the fact that I just missed it.
Ah,
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir?
Look at him.
Gumshoe, I love you. I miss you.
Yeah.
Oh, you Gumshoe. He's doing the heavy breathing thing, but his arms
Yeah.
are out all weird. Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
I am currently looking away from you now.
Not for long.
When I heard that the murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away.
I love you, Gumshoe. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You look a little pale, sir. Are you hurt?
No, I'm perfectly fine. However,
Acquisition into your office. It's totally trashed.
oh, still stumpy. I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. Knowing it's a way of tracking mud in my office.
Oh, whoa, it sounds like you're really buoyed up about this whole thing.
The crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it.
Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office?
Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office?
I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really just say it's a coincidence, can you?
We can try.
No, not really. Especially because of this.
The key to your office.
For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it.
At least my beloved steel samurai statue has been untouched.
In pristine
Sorry, that's
condition.
Silver Samurai is from something else.
That's probably a spin-off that's
One
No,
of,
it's from Marvel.
doesn't
one of
care
the Steel
about.
Samurai's many spin-offs in this universe.
Silver Samurai is from Marvel.
Well, that's
He
just
doesn't care
our
for
Steel
Marvel.
Samurai spin-off. In our universe.
Yeah. Steel Samurai.
What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Oh god, we begin.
Logic.
Just think of real hard.
Sound it out.
1, 2, 3. And that's how you count to 3.
Wow.
Logic?
We'll work on that. By finding the connection between two pieces of information. And in connecting them, new information is born.
I've connected the dots.
You
That
didn't
is
connect
the end
it.
I
result.
connected them.
That is the end result of using logic.
So, how do you use it?
First, I recall the information we've gathered with. Then I connect them together with.
Wait, who? What?
You don't have.
I understand completely.
I have hands.
Now to use and recall the facts.
Uh-huh.
Is this really coincidence that took place here?
Combine those.
Combine.
If you fuck up, you lose health.
For
Doing
security
things my
reasons,
way.
all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? Also, in the original game, the logic pieces were little orbs that spun and converged, not puzzle pieces.
Aww.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, you really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth? That's some beautiful logic you got there.
Logic.
Yes, well. When you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Begin investigation.
Oh, the base of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
I know that. And when I want to examine something, I'll simply use when I'm next to it.
Oh, well, if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use your fancy bit button, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, I won't.
Okay, no. Well, I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Yeah. I got this.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose.
Whee.
He's been gone for the month. The orchids are still pristine.
Yes.
This
but we gotta look at our
is
Steel Samurai.
so silly looking. I love it.
Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers?
We do some kind of like music poster. Oh no, there we go. Well, the ones that come with a card attached to every month, like clockwork for you. Or come with a card attached. Yeah. Speaking of that, let's see what this card, what the card of the month is this time. Yeah, look at the card. All will be resolved.
No.
Wendy.
No.
Edgy poo.
Edgy boy.
Oh, Miss Irony. How painful are thy thorns.
I hope to never see you again.
Wendy. Isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice? That star.
That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further.
Oh, it's a trophy, the Knights of Prophesis, right?
Huh?
Not even remotely close.
I like it though.
King of prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield.
But it's on a stand. And, okay, well, they only send this to the winning prosecutor, right?
Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Wait, can I tell you? Can I tell you?
What?
It's Edge.
Edge.
Yeah.
This is going to be a long game.
We're gonna have a great time. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me.
Aw.
So I'm gonna die happy.
I'd like to
man,
examine
right?
my steel samurai. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared in your harm. Action figure.
Thank
action figure.
God.
He calls it a doll.
Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that there. What is it about
Richard.
again?
Richard.
Oh, you, me.
Movie night.
Well, I don't
Saturday.
know much about it myself.
Why you don't? Why not?
But the hero of the Steel Samurai War of the Neo Old Tokyo is the Steel Samurai, okay? And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. But however, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and the Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise, and even a new stage show gives it presence.
You sure know a lot of nothing, don't you, sir? Are you sure that you are not some kind of rabbit den boy?
Shut up! Of course not. Hey, anyone who keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation.
Very
yeah,
important.
Yeah.
I have an image.
And watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir.
That killer is going to pay this tea set.
They didn't have the Nickel Samurai on it. Oh,
It was a
right.
limited edition Pink Princess tea set.
Well, you're really mad over this.
I punched a 12-year-old over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart. It can only be bought in England.
Oh,
It costs more than your whole month's paycheck.
$2?
Oh.
Oh, sweetie.
What? Where?
Edgeworth, why don't you just hire Gumshoe at this point?
He does.
Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks.
They finished photographing the body, so it should be all right to examine this area. I'm gonna poke and touch it around. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
I can't believe they murdered that one kid from AI Somnium Files a second.
Wait, which one from AI Somnium
The one that
Files?
I voiced.
Oh, what do we have here?
Oh, hey, I think I've seen this one before. Have you seen the AI Somnium Files and the girl and the thing? They have the eyeballs and...
I thought it was gonna be a wallet. I think I've seen one of these before. It's called a wallet. Oh, you don't have a wallet. Doesn't have anything to put in there. It's a police badge, detective.
I got tired of carrying that moth around, you see. Hey, I have this exact same thing, actually. What a co-winky-a-dinky.
Why would you do that? The moth was paying you rent.
I couldn't afford the silk to feed it.
Aw.
Okay. Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you.
They ain't no serial killer. Also, can I borrow a cup of cereal for tomorrow?
Let's see here.
Breakfast? I have a little.
We gotta give Gumshoe a break. I'm gonna feel really bad for him at this point.
Actually, do you have a bowl? Actually,
No,
I've been
just
eating it out of
use
my
the carb.
cupped hands
Nah.
up until now.
Aw.
I don't exactly need a spoon. I'll just open the mouth and.
This is
Pour
sad.
milk into the cereal box and just pours it into his mouth.
Yeah.
Also, do you have electricity so that you can run a refrigerator?
Too sad. Too sad.
He just gets like one of those little cartons of milk from like a convenience store.
Yeah.
No.
Let's see here. I read it. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
Oh no!
Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach. Oh, sorry.
I so very much agree, sir.
Just read the lines.
Yeah, no, you're so right. Also, I don't like the look of my future. Never mind. It looks like the bullet just passed clean through his stomach area, sir. The worst place to get shot, really.
In other words, he was shot.
Oh
No.
And until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that, actually.
And we won't know more than that until I update the autopsy report. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
Yeah.
Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05 a.m.
How so?
Are you gonna be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? I don't have many problems.
Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
All right, if you say so.
Oh right, we discovered it. I forgot.
Yeah.
I keep all the evidence I find in or with my organizer. Either in or with my organizer.
Eh.
When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence, I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make the habit of checking the facts often.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Ooh, facts.
Yeah.
What a fact.
29.
Gumshoe's only 32. I keep forgetting.
Gumshoe-
how old he is.
Oh God,
It's been some
Gumshoe, no.
hard years.
that's an old 32.
Ugh. What about you?
Oh, I don't believe it. I packed those files there on the shelf so tight. But not even an earthquake could make them fall off, but now just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't even be able to withstand an earthquake at all. We have those so much in America.
Problem to be sure.
Yeah,
Gumshoe.
I mean, West Coast.
so many. Yeah,
Gumshoe.
Sure,
We're
sure.
in the California.
You know who you're talking to, right, Gumshoe?
Eh? What about
Here in California, we get many an earthquake.
We
Well,
definitely
Edgeworth is-
want to make sure surviving an earthquake is our top priority around here, actually.
Exactly.
Edgeworth isn't afraid of. Oh, he is afraid of earthquakes,
Yes.
not elevators, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're
it
right.
was an earthquake while he was in an elevator.
So
Yes,
technically,
yes.
maybe both, but
Maybe
Maybe
both.
both.
it seems to be
Maybe
more the
both.
Especially
earthquake
afraid of
part.
earthquakes.
Oh, no.
Maybe I should move.
They fall.
Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf.
Da-da-da-da-da. Anything else?
Why
Maybe-
does it not react to the letters on the file?
Nah.
Oh,
You can't see those.
no. Well, I'm sorry, but your files are over the floor, sir.
They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
So astute. No, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you was away. I mean, this is just running all that time and effort I put in pointless. I was here like 10 minutes yesterday.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
Weren't you saying that before you came into the... Okay, well, I watered the flowers every day just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special, you know. It's great.
That's
it's
nice.
great. Yeah. So, for about half a day every Saturday, I'd, come in and clean this place until it sparkled. It was great.
Does he have a life?
This
Anyway,
is his
about
life.
that cup of breakfast cereal, sir. To spare.
He likes you a lot, Edgeworth.
Aw.
A lot.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. in this little
Oh,
corner.
wait, I saw
Really?
gum. I see some gum.
Gum?
Oh,
We tried to
gum.
click on it. It won't do anything.
What's that
Oh,
gum?
I thought I
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did
no,
already
we tried.
We haven't gotten that far yet. Our eyes haven't adjusted.
And Edgeworth gave the "I don't need to be here anymore" dialogue anyway.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it's so there and readable.
Yeah, hold on. Also,
Gum.
can I
The
check
killer was
this,
chewing
this
gum.
blood on here? No?
Don't worry about that blood. That is
Okay.
not
Not
relevant to the plots.
Not important.
This chess table, though, much more important.
Nah, that's for checkers, though. Oh, they knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready when you got back. I figured we could play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm sure now. You don't know what you're doing.
Actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case.
Yeah.
I'll be really
I
good
don't
at the
expect-
pawns.
Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much.
That's not the point, Edgeworth. You know it.
It's
Gun.
bonding with your friends.
It's a gun.
Ooh, what have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon?
Maybe.
If so, it would mean the killer made their escape after disposing of the gun here.
I think I've seen one of these before.
Care to enlighten me as to where?
No, I know. I was issued that exact model, I think.
Oh, detective.
Yeah. I don't really like guns all that much, though. I mean, they're really dangerous, you know.
Good
Who
man.
needs guns with guns like these?
Boom, boom,
Oh
firepower.
my, gumshoe.
Like he's got to be ripped under that, right?
Yes.
Gotta be.
Oh yeah.
He's 32.
You get-
He has to be with that.
He finally
Yeah,
takes
really.
off the jacket.
Yeah.
He finally takes off the jacket and Edgeworth's just like, oh.
Have you ever seen a 32-year-old? They're all ripped as shit.
Yes.
Actually, I mean,
Single one of them.
Thank you, Art. That is such an astute observation. Art.
Yes.
when I run away from the debt collectors, I get a lot of exercise, you see. But now that I think about it, sir, if you see this model around, you do see the model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, though, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it, yeah.
So it's the same type of revolver as the one used by the precinct's detectives.
Wow.
I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information.
But I wasn't done.
Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if
No,
any of them are connected to each other.
I wanted to look at the suit
No,
on the wall.
no.
Unimportant. Doesn't matter.
No, it's important.
Okay.
I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa.
That's not what I was looking at.
That thing was a billion times softer than my mattress at home.
Oh, it
Not
is.
that I laid on it. Can I send it to sir?
Edgeworth starts blushing.
Just for a little while, sir. Can I sit in the couch?
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that.
I got rid of the cat hair.
Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
Wait.
No, you're right, sir. I'm gonna have to work real hard to be a real trooper to the end.
Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off.
Aw.
Can I
I'm
look?
curious.
I
The
guess
frame
it's
rate on
what?
your finger.
What's that?
If you press X, could you present the badge to Gumshoe?
Oh yeah, I never actually talked to Gumshoe.
Oh, you called, sir. You want a thing?
Present!
Remember how Maya was like, "Hey, what do you think we should do? What do you think we
X
should
to
do,
present.
Nick?
Wait, what?
Let me remind you what's going on, Nick."
Oh yeah, duh. Look at this.
I mean, your prosecutor's badge is real tiny compared to my police badge.
It's not the size of the badge that matters.
Oh, but no, it's really cool, sir. Much cooler than my badge could ever be. Yeah.
There's no need to suck up to me, Detective. I sign your paychecks.
I really want that cereal, sir.
Can I also
Be a
present this
good
to you?
boy, and perhaps you'll get some cereal.
Is it Lucky Charms? Because I could use some luck. I'm just a local detective, sir, so...
Trying to get lucky, are we?
No, I'm
boy.
not sure what I would do. Other than
Phoenix
arrest-
is not here, so Gumshoe, enjoy it.
Oh, no.
I'm not calling you a good boy, Gumshoe. That investigation was shit.
No, come on.
All right.
I would arrest your badge, just so you know.
Keep missing these lines.
Is that the only talent you have? Oh, wait.
Aw.
Oh, but...
Sure. Notice anything?
Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe?
Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there's just not really much else to say. So, were you the one who found the body, Mr. Edgeworth?
Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked.
Unfortunate.
And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair.
Ouch, that's rough, buddy.
And I know a thing or two about messy affairs. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective.
Sorry, sir.
Did you want him to be patrolling your office?
Yes.
That seems to be the case.
Okay.
Edgeworth knew this was going to happen.
Is this all just tutorial-y stuff? Or...
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's the Maya, like, hey, help me, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick, do you remember what was going on last time? Let me help you out.
Hey, you.
How's it coming along?
Please, I need some more absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art.
I'm glad you remembered his shtick.
Clap, clap.
It was very important.
Well, I never.
What about you?
Do you have anything to report?
Sure, yes, sure. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sure.
Is that all of these police officers?
Yes, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes.
Pick a
Huge
line.
buck teeth.
Oh, talk about a contradiction.
It's a catnut.
No, Catnut sounds like this.
Catnut reference.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more.
Okay.
I guess
is
we
it-
got
Did you not
everything.
examine the coat?
No, I can't.
I
This
thought we
is just the
could.
couch.
The forensic guy is, he's doing his thing. He's
Yeah.
gotta be
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah.
The desk? It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you.
It's been a while.
It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh, yeah. There's that thing so polished it makes mirrors jealous, yeah.
Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, Detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir, and I did an okay-ish job.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
Sir, I want you to know that, for the first, few days, it was all good. Can we not just worry about the whole finish line thing? I tripped once.
Sir, have you considered getting a camera in front of your office? Just, that's a good idea.
It
Try to
keeps
pull that out.
happening.
I have to admit the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay.
Wait, I'm getting paid.
Oh, was the phone
You
something?
pay me?
Perhaps I should hire you as a maid.
No? Okay, maybe not.
I am a
Please don't.
self-made man.
guess we
is
just
it
gotta-
logic time?
I think it's logic time.
Here, Gumshoe, wear this.
4.
So, yeah?
Okay. Why did this happen in my office? What was the killer after? The files?
Could be.
Why
But-
is that?
Hang on. I don't think that's it.
Detective and a police-issued revolver?
Maybe?
Maybe?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Eureka! The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Yeah. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What do we got?
Here's
here?
another kinstone.
I love kinstones.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun hoister.
So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him.
We assume that this gun is the murder weapon and it is issued to the victim.
Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver.
As I always say, you gotta look real carefully at each piece of evidence. You gotta use to rotate the object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use lead to zoom in and out to get
I can think of one bad angle.
What's that?
Towards chat.
Is it this angle? Is it this angle?
Hey, chat! Chat, this is a stick up! Give us the points!
I like the horsey. I like the little horsey.
Oh yeah.
Good horsey.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I cannot.
That's not
Cute.
important, I guess.
I guess not.
Take
you,
a
take a
sip.
sip. Thank you. Of course I will.
To think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger.
Yeah.
You know, I can never ever see
Johnny.
myself really liking guns. They're so hard to clean. Oh, but I do love the ones that use the track and field meets to stop practices.
Gumshoe, you are a diamond in the rough.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But if you take off before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead.
To chase you down for a false start, detective.
That's if they catch you. You know, now that you mention it, even when I finished voiced, I was always I'd always wind up in last place.
What about? Oh, you. Aha.
Ooh.
It looks like only one round was fired from this.
Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him?
The Vic.
Wicked.
The
Yeah.
Vic.
The Vic. Cube. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, Mr. Edgeworth.
Which means the bullet hole in the coat on the wall is just a different gun.
Uh-oh.
We have no proof for now, but that it's a distinct possibility.
Or what if this is the one that was used on the coat and we don't have the
Yeah.
actual murder weapon?
Alright, we gotta check the rifling on the... We gotta find a bullet first. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send this body to all...
Jim!
Jimmy. Oh my god.
Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you?
Ugh. Are you alright?
Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be.
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night.
Sure, just in a bloodstained suit, pal.
Where are my manners?
Where indeed? Aren't you that prosecutor?
Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portman. Jacques Sportsman? Jack Sportsman?
Jacques.
Jacques.
Sportsman.
Jacques. I gotta get the S in there somehow. So
Because
Jacques
it's
Sportsman? Yeah, got Jacques Sportsman, prosecutor?
He's a jock.
He's a
isn't he?
jock and he's a
Jock.
sportsman. So maybe
Jock.
the S isn't silent.
Yeah.
The S's should be silent.
It should be
It's French.
silent, but it might
It should
not
be
be
silent.
here.
Yeah. Jim was my partner in crime, bustin'.
I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office.
Yes, that is correct.
Then it was you. You're the one who killed Jim.
Hey, don't go going around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just come down, okay?
That's my job.
I will not. I know how things work around here.
Do you?
My prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. It's a new technology we're developing. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door.
That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Husband? Partner? What do you... Okay.
Both is fine.
Husband. Yeah, Miss Andrews has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who can get in here was me. Ho 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 ho. Wait, that means... not really sure what that means.
So was you then. You're Jim's killer.
No, wait, pal. You got it all wrong.
Everybody calm down.
No.
God.
Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions?
Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're that great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know?
I'm aware.
Let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
You know. A pleasure to work with you.
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all.
Thank you. I intend to.
I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim.
Jim.
Hey, you there?
Sure.
You got a bit lip or something?
Yes.
I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim.
Sure.
I should probably give them some space.
No.
So you're clearly interfering with evidence right now, aren't you?
No.
Right in front of the camera.
No,
Oh, yes.
no.
Be sure to get my good side, my bad side. Mr. Portsman, a word if I may.
Jim, I swear I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It'll be for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something?
No, that's all right. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation.
Okay. Yo.
How's it coming along?
Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up.
I'll leave the man to his art.
Okay.
Mom never let me go to photography school.
Can you get to the coat now?
Oh.
He's experimenting with light and shadow.
Hey, your jacket's, what you doing on the floor?
It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
So, the killer not only shot the victim, but also shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made in your
Sound it out.
prosecutorial debut in?
Close enough.
What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster.
It's not worth getting out worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here.
Yeah, like what?
I take it you haven't noticed yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Oh. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. He floods my thoughts. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off.
He fills me with unnecessary feelings.
Feelings.
Starting with rage and going from there.
What is this feeling so sudden and new? That's where my deductive skill comes into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction.
Could it possibly be? I didn't even press a button. I just hovered over it and did it automatically.
And this is it. This bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press X with conviction.
Yeah, what?
Well,
When I found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. This is how I do things. Get used to it.
and then that one.
It looks like only one round was fired from this.
Good.
Same line
Oh,
again.
this is the same line. No, I need to
Oh
present
my
it.
god, they shot Vic.
No!
Present.
What?
This
Yeah.
bullet hole is the contradiction.
Well, what do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room.
I never made it through that, actually.
The first fell to the victim,
More of a
and the
police
second
work.
fell to this frame.
Oh, hey, that's right.
However, this gun was only fired once.
Oh, that's true, too.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight?
Didn't that one have a pony on it, too?
I didn't actually look at that piece of evidence. Except that was a logic point, wasn't it? Oh well, I'll look at it later.
Yeah.
By the way, I noticed something, sir.
Yes.
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
That. It's a secret safe.
Oh, should I have cleaned it? Oh, that secret safe. Oh, I smell money.
Oh, spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside.
The
Now, if you
sadness
could
in
kindly
my
move this
eyes.
frame out of the way.
Oh, Roger that. Yeah. Oh, talk about Dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I didn't know. I had cleaned it. I had no idea. But, I would have to clean for you, sir. If you tell me about your secret safe. I can keep secret safe. Oh, so when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Oh,
It's for hiding
Oh.
evidence.
really? I had no idea. Oh.
This is where I keep my updated autopsies.
Ah.
That sounds illegal, sir.
Oh, believe me, it is.
Very
Well-
illegal.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
Oh. So, what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing.
Oh, man.
We only use them to store especially important evidence for the trial's in session.
That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams.
Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence use.
Okay.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Oh, yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, forensic scientist.
Yes, sir.
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down as well.
All the fingerprints on
Interesting.
this
Oh,
have
wow.
been wiped clean off.
Man.
As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have.
Okay.
Ooh, this one is a birdie.
Look at him go.
Far again.
Why did this happen
my
in my
God.
office?
There's
Perhaps.
a goal.
That one.
Wiped fingerprints.
Look at him go.
No, fingerprints.
I don't think I'm
don't
gonna do
think
that.
I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after.
Oh, what was that, sir?
Nothing. The nothing in my safe. The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe.
Oh.
Making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe.
Culprit tried to open my safe. Was the killer's motive theft?
Gamersap was playing Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis.
You don't know that. I may have noticed something as well while I was doing that.
Hey! I don't
wondered-
have your full undivided attention.
You, my only guy, is dead.
Oh no.
I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was
No.
theft.
You have the forensic scientist.
Sure I do.
Changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime.
I get 3.
Files are a mess pointing to a start. Oh, okay.
Jay, I'm assuming that Gumshoe's not gonna speak right at this moment. Look in the chat.
What if he was trying to put something into the safe?
Wait, I kind of missed what he was asking because I was busy pestering Saps about playing video games.
What does the motive possibly being theft change about the other evidence that we have?
The other shot? Maybe? No?
No.
You didn't connect shit.
Fuck.
My brain! Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic.
Ew. Okay.
Maybe
Well, it's
Signs of a
definitely the
struggle.
struggle and then the theft.
discovered while trying to break into the safe, maybe? And that's when the murder happened?
I guess so. Boom.
You connected shit.
did.
There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor. Another result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you're searching.
Oh, you mean like it could be from the killer who tried to find something, sir?
Precisely.
Oh.
We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'm just gonna shelve files like you've never seen them before, even in a library.
I prefer if you show them like they are at the library.
Oh. I mean, if you want.
We could do a decimal up in this B. I'm sure. Let's give that a try.
I'm more of a Huey fan, if that's okay, sir.
Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
I've never met a good one.
Damn, you need help.
No matter how much we will lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. Please leave.
And? So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
You got it. Here, let me help.
So this file goes here, and that book goes there.
Oh, so this one, oh, you sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Oh, because I'm the one who keeps this place tidy, pal. Okay, dunzo.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
The bloodstains on the bookshelf are so fresh.
I suspect that the victim was killed in his standing position, hence the prints on the shelf.
And then the guy fell over on the floor, right? And the blood on the floor is just, just kind of grossing me out.
Detective, I don't have time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
So you do. No, but you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture.
Three
Handprints. Also, the blood splatter suggests that the searching happened after the murder.
Well, this is a gunshot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so close to the floor?
Yeah. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
The gun?
Gun?
Or wait, what does it
The
say about the body?
body? Because his,
Oh, the
his
abdomen, yeah.
abdomen, yeah.
Was he already laying down when he was shot?
You're right. You can't shoot downwards, but like
Eureka.
that angle.
There is clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see.
No, of course I see.
Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot,
Does this case bore you, sure?
which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. It's
I'm
such
being
a
ignored,
simple
sure.
case.
Then that means, what does it mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mind, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. It was the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position.
Did I organize him wrong, sir? Did I put him in the wrong spot?
Did you?
I might have.
Maybe? There could be the order because those are zeros.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of
Yeah, that's
O's.
true.
I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put him back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels in the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those all doing all down there after 1, 2, and 3? That's real weird.
Actually, the way those are organized now is the correct order.
Are you gonna hexadecimal me?
They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
So I have to anticipate how you're wrong? Put the
Smacks
numbers.
him.
victim now.
That's
The
going on your
numbers are all
page.
into order.
Those white binders are special, so they're arranged a little bit differently. But from this, we know the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha! So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to see how it was before it was moved?
Absolutely not. They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. Well, we're gonna weekend at Bernie's this one. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be.
What is it?
What happened
What is it?
to his head? Where did it...
He slumped forward.
He's slumped
So there's
forward,
a
so we're seeing
problem.
the top of his hat here.
Hat. Yeah.
He's wearing a hat?
Yeah, he's wearing a
Yes.
He, well, when we found
A
him,
flat
the
cap.
it came off, but I guess they put the
Oh,
hat.
Oh,
yeah.
I put the hat back on.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
hat. There you go, buddy.
Was he hanging upside down like Spider-Man when he wrote that? The
Don't
killer
worry
looked at
about
my
that.
files first before shooting Mr. Faith. Then he put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Oh
Yep,
no,
I also
that was
guess
your
that's
line.
you. I
I am
guess that's you.
so sorry.
We are so on the same page.
I will
I'm so
reimburse you
worried
for
now.
that
Don't even-
line steal.
Don't even worry about it. The numerical orders and whatever, because I mean zeros, you're after one, but
Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But then, why would someone kill a man when they look through your files one more, and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed.
Indeed.
The files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. But why?
Culprit rearranged my files twice, once before and once after the murder. Why?
I mean, wouldn't the victim do it the first time? Hey, no, you stop that. I want to do that. And he does it.
No, the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
Okay.
All right, there's
Gun.
nothing more suspicious going on right here.
Nope.
As I suspected. Now where it should logically be.
And we figured out that the killer went through your files 2 times.
Indeed. There are many things the killer did that don't make sense. But to figure out the whys, we need more information.
Certainly.
But these handprints belong to the victim, right? They make sense with the body position.
Yes, he must have left him when he was trying to support himself after he was shot. However, the final position of the body shows it was moved. Need to go over this crime scene with a fine-tooth comb one more time.
I see it. I'm just looking at other stuff.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
There must be some reason as to why the victim's body was moved. There's no time to ponder that now. Let us continue with our investigation, Detective.
Well, roger that, sir. I am raring to go.
Okay.
This!
What? Did you again? What's that? What's that? Why does it say gumbo there in blood? Sir, half of this blood is just gumbo on the wall. I figured it out.
I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence.
Oh. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait, there's gotta be some kind of mistake. I ain't done no shoot nobody. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir, come on. No.
It appears that one of my files was stolen. Oh!
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this what the killer was really after?
Edgeworth.
One of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Yay!
Nice.
Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of the killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say?
Hardly. If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. Must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you gonna do?
What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with his technique.
Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? I want a logic too.
Might as well.
Do you want to learn how the cross-examine works?
All right. First, I listen to the witness's testimony. I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence. I open my organizer with R and present the piece of contradictory evidence. Contradictory. To present something, I simply use a ha, but that's old news.
But it's not like we're just gonna have a flaw in their testimony every time, right?
Correct. And there's times I need to press the witness with
Are you having a strong?
help me. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw new information and new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during the investigations too.
Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully.
Okay.
First you stare into his eyes, his beautiful brown eyes.
I'm
Oh,
getting the
thank
urge
you.
to punch. Is that good?
Oh, keep that
Detective-
punch ready.
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead.
No.
Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice.
Wow. Every
Like
single
me.
thing you just said was wrong.
And you have the evidence that he wrote that.
You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer.
I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest.
I assure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman. There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. Or find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
Trouble.
I'm about to be so credulous here.
We're back.
Hello.
No.
It's video
Go
games.
back. Go back. There we
No.
go. Press. Oh, do I have to wait until it finishes typing out?
Hold it.
Yep.
Lame.
You know, there's something
That's
I've
always
been
been the
meaning
case,
to...
sadly.
I never noticed.
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask.
You might be able to make it scroll faster in the options.
Yeah, you know what? Let me see here.
Oh yes, let's do the options about it.
Gameplay?
Is that not a thing?
Gameplay?
Text.
Text
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait,
Skip.
what does text skip mean, though? It's not
Wait
autoplay.
time.
Just how long the game awaits, and it's
oh,
not
autoplay.
that. It's not that.
Yeah, but what is text skip?
Enable to speed through unread text.
Oh,
No,
no.
not
we don't wanna
unread
know.
text.
We don't want to skip
We don't
that.
want that.
That's important.
No.
Uh,
All right. Guess
I don't
not.
think it's this either. Okay.
That's too bad.
Reader mode is nice.
Yeah, that is
Accessibility.
nice. Yeah.
What is it?
Okay.
Why do you call the victim Jim? When clearly his name is Buddy Faith.
Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly?
We killed him. We name him.
I have evidence!
No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Dem's the rules.
But Jim ain't even close to the guy's real name.
The well-established rule of you kill him, you name him.
Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim.
He talks about the victim like he was his pet.
I think I realized Buddy's pun, but I'm gonna wait with saying it unless I'm sure.
Buddy Faith.
Maybe after we find out or finish the case.
Yeah.
I mean, faithful, buddy, friend, loyal.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that?
That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft.
Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals a day every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but actually, when you unwrap these noodles, they're in a square. So actually, I am not incorrect.
That's true. Poor
Now,
thing.
now you're thinking like a lawyer.
Because I'm a
Evil
blockhead.
prosecutor you were paired up with, and what a motive, no?
I can't.
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing?
Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up the bookshelf somehow, right?
No.
Anyway.
Jason Yasifel is playing Ark Survival Ascendant. Why do you think the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The bloody letters.
I don't have your full undivided attention.
I opened it like so long ago for the joke, and it just never showed up, and then it suddenly did. I don't know what happened.
Tuesday!
The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how we missed it.
That's why the message was delayed, I guess.
Lina, are you playing this on Switch?
Yes.
But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
Do I want to start playing something for the joke?
I turned those off so long ago.
Nah.
Me too.
Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me and my machinations, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone.
Hit me.
I can't I disagree with him on that point.
Why don't you say nothing, sir? No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, come on.
Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence.
Do what you won't.
I couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game-finishing spike.
Tennis.
Yeah, yeah, it's tennis. Or volleyball, maybe.
The only sport I watch is ice skating. Are you saying those letters were intended for you?
Yep, Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner.
Looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters.
What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound?
Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide that even the good detective can spot it. I had to clue Mr. Portsman in by presenting him with some evidence.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah? Now what?
Slay.
Wait, hold on. Can I actually look at my evidence from here?
You press percent and then you can see them.
Yeah.
It is a little funny. Every collection we kind of had to go like, how do I do this again?
Yeah. You gotta relearn
Different-
it every time.
Different player every time.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I can do that
A
too.
gigantic
Okay.
flaw.
Yes.
Gigantic flaw.
The red text is skippable.
Yes.
If a line's taking a long time to come out, you could probably tap a button or something.
Oh yeah, you're so right.
Probably the first time you read, you can't though, but after that, you usually can.
That's the wrong button.
Nah, it's alright. You can't find any flaws. I understand. I'm flawless.
So
understand.
flawless.
Thank you. You understand. You get it.
The loss
What
of
does
flaw.
the
Show the badge.
bookshelf picture say?
One of the files in the that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit.
Yeah. I assume the issue is that they would have seen the writing if they stole one of the files that it was written on.
No.
I guess so. Yeah.
It would behoove you to take a good look at this.
Damn it.
Alright.
Portsman.
Alright.
Shoot, I was muted. I see it, but I fail to see how it has anything to do with me.
Is that so?
You're not at the top of your game today, are you, Mr. Genius Prosecutor?
I guess not.
Wrong statement. I can't allow him to set the pace here. Must remain calm. Only by doing so can I find the fatal flaw in his reasoning. Is it the previous statement?
Oh, it's got to be this one then.
Yeah.
There we go.
Objection!
Whoa. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there's a serious flaw in your logic.
Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. Hey, no problem. I'm game.
I can't help but find it odd.
Excuse me?
Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
Ooh, what are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it.
If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this.
Listen to the jazz.
Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
What? That's impossible.
What impossible, Mr. Portsman?
Nothing.
The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. The DL6 incident.
I didn't want to say it.
Oh god, it's
When the
back.
killer went... I remember it like it was yesterday.
No, flashback.
Flashback!
No, sure, not again.
God.
I can't go back
Those
now.
flashbacks haunt me to this day. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner. I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection! It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder.
I think it's pretty obvious the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name were where the file should be as proof.
Yeah, I mean, the S is gone. There's really only half an H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case,
Yeah.
I highly doubt that even he can overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood.
I didn't want to.
Ugh!
Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message?
It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
Oh. That's so low. I can't believe this criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, so... I'm gonna get him, so you see. I'm gonna have them arrest him in no time.
You still have that punch ready? Well, Mr. Portsman,
Brilliant. Absolutely splendid.
Yeah.
Logic deserving of Olympic gold.
sports.
Sports.
Sports!
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
Meh. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However...
Oh, what is it this time? Are you so after me, pale?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. What? How did you? Where did it?
No,
on or
not
off?
sure about it.
It's a sports coat.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence.
And why do I sense that you still have something to say?
Off? No, on. Off? No, on. On.
No.
Well,
Make up your damn mind.
Well, I was thinking, did you know that there is one other person with a key to this office?
One other person.
The janitor.
Off? Off, yeah. Hey, you there!
Yes, sure. What is it, sir?
Would you kindly fetch and escort the lovely young lady here for me?
A lady. Oh god, it's old bag.
Oh no.
Oh no!
It might actually be old bag.
Oh no!
Oh no! Ah! The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
No.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't.
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not.
Oh!
Is that Mindy Bird?
No, it's Maggie!
I
Maggie
believe
Bird?
she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
Maggie!
Maggie!
Maggie.
We love you, Maggie.
We love you, Maggie. I missed you.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, sir?
Maggie.
Awkward.
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight.
This is horrifying to watch. I see, and your point is?
My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open up... Sorry, the urge to say something else there was strong. Which can open all the office doors in this building. If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's room.
She would not. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
Oh, okay. Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
No. Oh, well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So, yeah, it was me. If it was, you have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective.
I never had one.
There's no need for such theatrics.
On. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. Off. No. On. Off. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason.
Half on.
Just the shoulders. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe wasn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
So you're saying she used the master key?
This can open every office door. It is controlled by the security staff.
Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
Stop praising the song.
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally.
Ah, yes, baseball.
Yes, very good. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me.
Let me guess. Squash? I wonder if there's anyone else who could use, other than Miss Bird, who could have used the master key. It seems the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him.
I want him to
press
end up
himself.
being like a. I want him to end up being like a ping pong player or something. It's pretty obvious. Did I already say this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is
you
the
did.
cross seven again.
Press.
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, moving on. I hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time.
And I hate you.
Should I hear Miss Bird out?
Yes, obviously.
Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies.
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As
Where's that
in,
word?
it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
We do have to consider the
Objection.
possibility that it was stolen.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? Off. I bet you forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me, I've stolen other day. You don't want to test how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? On. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards the motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Yeah.
That looks new. That might be new. Her intent? From the messed up shelves to the wiped down safe, I'd say thievery.
I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However,
Glad to hear that the great Miles Edgeworth is in agreement with little old me.
with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe,
Hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter.
would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence?
I mean, maybe you said that. I don't know.
I thought we'd established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly.
It was just a theory, one hypothesis among the many possibilities. Yeah, I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning.
Wait, try coat on, shirt off.
Okay,
See how that looks. Oh, yes, that's working, yes.
And then I'll transform back before I'm back on
Leave the
camera.
metal on. No, metal off, metal on. Okay, metal on's better.
It's cold.
like a fashion minigame? If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first?
Now, don't make that face. See, there goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it, huh? You know it.
I don't think you're catching my drift.
No, I'm getting it. But we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? Yeah. If so, then I hope you'll understand when I say... actually. That since she is the only one who could have opened your office door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect.
Hold it! Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions?
Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else.
I'll have you know I've never made a spare, so what are you insinuating?
Nothing. I guess I should have known better than to suggest that someone like you would.
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of the great Detective Gumshoe?
Good point. He's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors.
Aw.
Oh, really? I never knew I was talked about so much, sir.
We're holding our collective breath, you know. For when you screw up so badly, you're literally chased off the force.
Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth?
Of course not. That's hogwash. It's malarkey, even.
Phew. Don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there.
By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spelled out Gumshoe?
Maybe.
I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence.
I would love to.
Eh?
But first we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying. Impress him for more information.
He's giving me heartburn.
I have that effect on people.
I
We go out
think-
running together, you see.
I think I know. She wouldn't have known about this safe.
Yeah. Oh, smart one.
Hey!
Nice.
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Beard was set on stealing something?
Miss Bird.
Why not? It's the truth, after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was the part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Yeah, even I didn't know about that safe there, pal. And that means that there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Come on.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion.
Wait,
You know, now that you mention it, that's definitely looking more and more probable. I learned how to evil laugh from my stepdad.
Oh.
What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? He also taught me how to gloat.
Curses, why? What made you?
Well, what's with the angry face all of a sudden?
You obviously did it.
What?
It's all my fault.
Oh, what do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
Then that means...
Yeah, I know. I'd only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief?
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
Naughty, naughty. What? You're still accusing Maggie of the murder?
Wasn't
Yes
that one
and
on duty?
no.
She'll get off.
I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes, they both, oh, yes, they both, oh, yes, they both reached for.
No, I couldn't.
We've got to watch that fun movie night sometime.
I could never do something like that, not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to the office.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say?
Oh.
It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us. Unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Fingerprint the key.
Has he no honor?
Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out of your room?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run the show.
I know how to wear a jacket. Me. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit.
He was your partner, so wouldn't that be a conflict of interest? Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
I
You're
literally
tickling your armpit a little.
Okay, but soy.
We have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear?
To be continued.
To be continued.
I would love to
Yeah.
save my progress.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't need to.
That's too hard, really.
You'll just leave it suspended the entire time and hope it doesn't
Yeah.
crash.
Oh, it's March.
It's March. Mice.
Nice in here. March.
What is with that prosecutor? I cannot believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
So he did it, right?
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's incidents. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir.
True. So then, what now?
Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Really, sir?
For example, this hallway.
What?
The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information
I already have a question.
regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
Yes. But also, why is there a basketball? Like,
Oh, we ball.
there?
Oh, we ball.
I mean, yeah, we ball. We do ball. But
Ball
why
is
is
My
there
dear
ball?
Gumshoe.
No,
ball
why is there
life.
ball?
Ball is life, Gumshoe.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. Ride or die. But why is the ball here?
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I'll wait.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth.
I can't let this chance pass me by. Must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with.
The victim.
Please.
Obviously, we gotta show her
badge.
the badge.
Oh, we're getting there.
Badge
Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple times before when I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun. Once I'd love to play with him.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On second thought, I don't think I have, I'd have fit in all that well. I wouldn't have fit. I wouldn't have fit in there.
Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it you are an acquaintance of the detective?
Has he never met her? I don't think he has.
I don't know.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Huh.
He's never met her.
Well,
She was under the supervision. Oh, my supervision back when she was still on the force. One day, she got caught up in a moida, and then things started to go downhill, so she, quit.
Aw.
but I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer.
Don't say her name.
So I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now, I even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know! And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
You got like strobe
Aw.
lights going on in your eyes, ma'am?
It's very impressive. Look at the
Yeah.
badge. That's
Look at the badge. Look at this badge.
Badge.
That's a prosecutor's badge, isn't it? That proves that you're really a prosecutor.
Interesting. Despite all appearances, she seems to know more than Gumshoe.
With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor.
That's not how... Oh.
Sir, may I please try that on? Just for a little bit?
I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you?
I guess not.
On second thought, they're actually on the same level. Can we see her profile real quick?
Oh yeah, I'll look at that in a sec. I'm just a lowly security guard, so I'm not sure what I should do with that other than guard it.
Yeah, it's like talking to another gumshoe.
Gummy, I'm rooting for you, bud.
She knows her from when she was a police officer. Now works as a nighttime security.
But she's only 23. Don't support it anymore.
Yeah. Key. Damn it. Who's that?
I mean,
So when did you
take the
discover that the
numbers
map-
and you
the-
flip them, and they're still like in the same numbers, you know. It's cheaper.
So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
Sorry.
By the time I realized it, I think it was around 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure that between those two times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always, you say? Except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
She used the master key? Let me ask about that.
But why?
What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open a door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key.
Oh.
I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right?
What is it?
That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir.
Yeah, of course
Did
it
you
was.
forget that?
Nani? Please tell me more, Miss Bird, quickly! Well, she does have a feather in her cap.
Yeah. It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see. And then? What happened after that?
Gumshoe.
No?
I mean,
You're right.
if I'm allowed to speak now, I'm
Please
just-
speak.
I'm just back here in the
I'm
court.
sorry.
I'm just staring at this basketball. Like, what are you doing?
I will
here,
buy
man?
you name brand cereal.
And then what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
This key was used to unlock and lock Mr. Portsman's office at 12 a.m. and 1:30 a.m.
When did you say she noticed it was missing?
Like 1 a.m.?
We'll talk about suspicioso.
I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door.
Oh.
Yes.
Except, hold on, do you have anything else to say about other things?
Gun?
Nope.
No.
What about this? Nope, you don't care. Okay. Where is Mr. Hold on. What is up with this ball?
What is a basketball doing here?
Oh, that's Mr. Portman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays some soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. The schmuck.
It's too bad Saps doesn't have any characters in this game so far.
It's so sad.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
Another
it
very
really,
sad.
really sucks for him. I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy.
Thank you for your concern.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway.
No, let's go over here for a second. Look at
Goshi
this chair.
Goshi just gets decked with a dodgeball. The satisfying ping. I won't rest until I'm
Wait a second, there is actually something suspicious here.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
You.
Are you ready to hear that line a lot?
Nani? It's...
Versus.
Oh!
Oh, it's that missing Zero Series file, sir.
No doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So, what are those Zero files about, sir? I guess I got something worth stealing in them anyway.
Not particularly.
But
Just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. They belong to the High Prosecutor they used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say, well, I was charged with keeping them as they were.
question. Is that legal in our California, or,
High Prosecutor? Would that be Lana?
I don't think she's still in the. She's probably in jail at the moment.
Well, no, like, would the High Prosecutor he's talking about, would that be Lana?
The previous one.
The previous one was the High Prosecutor, Lana. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So were these
Well,
Lana's
I was-
guys' files?
Maybe.
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah.
Did you read this?
No, oh, then that means that the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
Wah. I wonder why anyone would care so much about an old case.
Chat says no.
We're not gonna pick that up. We're not gonna take that with
Nah.
us.
Nah, that can stay.
No, that's evidence. That's evidence.
That's a surprise
Well-
for later.
A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent.
Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, Detective? In a hallway?
Well, whenever I do, I wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision myself winning, naturally.
Oh,
I've never done
Edgeworth.
that.
Okay, we'll go talk to the elephant.
All I
lord.
do is win no matter what.
That,
And all I always do is...
That
It
was
looks
a
like
time.
you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, the murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post-haste.
It sounds like a messy case you got on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
Gods no. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who was this guy again?
he doesn't even get named in this game.
Nope.
Are we not going to court in this game?
I guess I don't know.
There's a court in this game? Is that allowed?
Don't you?
Oh, it's Mr. Portman's personal basketball hoops.
I can't believe you put something like this down in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here.
How long have I had the same office and yet you still managed to get lost?
1202 was very hard to remember.
Room 1203. I take it this is Mr. Portsman's office?
Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir.
Am I even here?
No.
Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly.
Or 1202?
Yeah, 1202. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
Oh, wow. So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting in room 1202?
The files!
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd?
Oh, yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of any other reason why he would want to have room as a fan.
I can think of at least 3. Why am I even wasting time thinking about this?
Can we go in?
Snoop. A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
Oh, it's kind of majestic, too. Fits in real well with the ambience of the prosecutor offices. Even if Mr. Portsman seems dignified, there's really works behind one of those.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I suppose custodial work can also be dignified. Do you hear that? The door's locked tight.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. Okay, chat was right. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. So that must be who the culprit is. Great and Lyle.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from?
Anything else?
If you back out of here, is there like a way to scroll the screen, maybe? Oh.
You?
Is everything all right?
Yeah. Who has the voice to guard?
Yeah. Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning, and I'm finally at 154 pounds.
Good man.
Oh, good for you.
Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
A word of advice. Stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight.
It's a bit much, Edward.
Thought I saw something
What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Well, this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago.
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember when exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
Well, I heard it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
Oof.
Was this you? All the way up to the 12th floor?
Oh, God.
For once, it was not me.
Good.
Who was the poor sap that had to do with that?
I already looked at this, didn't I? Yeah.
I'd tell you never hurts to take another look.
He usually only says that when he's done.
Floor?
Floor?
I bet the thief's not under here. Guess there's enough space for anyone to
Gotcha.
hide under here anyway.
That's not-
Oh,
I
no, okay.
Never get a chance to say nothing around here, will I?
I'm so sorry. I get momentum going and then.
Yeah, I understand. It's fine. But I also guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here anyway.
I owe you so many lucky charms.
One little marshmallow for each one of those things.
One?
Yeah. We're not a charity here.
Yeah. Hey, I think this is your line too. For no other reason, but you want to meet that one.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed.
Sounds to me like somebody has already tried at least once before.
Is that everything here? Yeah. Look at our door? Yeah.
A road dressed into this nook and cranny. 1202, these four numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Whoops. No, hey, these number plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it could be so easily removed is kind of...
And why would they have to remove it? It's not someone's name, it's the number.
the
Why have to change
same.
the number?
Is it?
Making no sense.
It's sturdily made, making it nearly impossible to break it in by force.
Kinda dumb, really. It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be stately at this door.
Only Gumshoe would place a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait anyone can admire.
I see. So you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I can do for everyone?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir.
Gumshoe wants to be made of solid oak,
No.
and I shall be
Mahogany.
mahogany. I don't see any signs of forced entry. According to the guard, no sign that the lock was picked either. No, God!
Ah,
No!
that's another lucky charm.
I'm gonna get a
Another
whole box.
marshmallow for you, my good.
And according to the gods, no signs that lock has been picked either, so...
Meaning the
Gumshoe, you're
door
gonna-
was. Meaning that the door really was opened with a key.
Are you sure about that?
Do you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Did you? Well, apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, I think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
Ah.
Okay. None.
None.
Logic?
None.
I guess it could be logic.
Logic.
It's missing from 1 a.m. to 2:30. Wait a second. That doesn't make any sense, Maggie.
Hang on!
Miss Beard, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
She ain't
What?
got one of those.
No way, pal. I mean, sir.
Aw. You said that you locked up Mr. Portman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow. Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that. But thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended?
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did relock the door then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly. So you're saying... Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to stop it.
Let me in? Wait, what? No, it's not locked tight, you fool.
Lunar,
What? Eh?
you think maybe it wasn't his room that Maggie unlocked?
What makes you think that?
Does that mean he dragged the basketball hoop?
Oh, probably.
Can you inspect the basketball hoop itself? Is
I did
an
already.
I
option?
think we did. We did.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Is there another door we can inspect?
Would there be?
Is there
No.
more logic to be done?
More
I
logic?
mean, the only two things are these.
That doesn't go together.
Yeah, those don't really go together, do they?
Can you present things to Maggie?
Let's try that. Maybe we could talk to the janitor. Mr. Payne.
I've had to open Mr. Portsman's office up for him a number of times before. I've also had the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions, too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards on it. To the point where it's almost beyond gaudy, sir. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous, since I don't even have a single one.
Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make a special God of the Month award just for you. Come on, yeah.
Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir.
Ooh.
They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting an award from you just isn't the same as getting a real award, sir.
What? What did I do?
Nope. Ah, no, you don't have anything else to say. Sorry. So
Can you
the theory
inspect
is
the
that
key?
I guess I haven't done that, yeah. The theory is that the base plates were rearranged.
Yeah. It's the master key to every office in the building. Sorry about that.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
Absolutely nothing.
Look, it's
Okay.
3D!
It's a key! Did I? Look at this. Not really. Can I inspect this? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else.
Aw.
The badge's design is said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict protectors of the law and executors of sentences, much like the harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days.
Stop being poetic.
To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so.
Other things you can present to Maggie?
I don't think so. I already presented the door to her.
Gone?
Present the gun. Nope, I don't care. I'm pretty sure I presented everything to her. Yeah, I read this already.
Can you present profiles?
Oh, that's a good point.
No.
No, I can't.
Justin in Ace Attorney 2, that was the thing. I can give you a hint if you want.
Not sure how to give a hint without just saying it.
Am I big dummy?
No.
I mean, yes, but.
Hey.
Can you go into your own office or?
Can I go back in? Do I have like a travel?
Why did it say that here but not at the other door?
Oh!
Did it say something different?
I've inspected everything here, but it doesn't hurt to check again.
Can we
Meanwhile,
go to the other door and see if there's a way to scroll this view, maybe?
Oh.
Is there something?
Oh
Some
wait,
way to
X,
move
X,
this?
X, X to deduce.
Oh.
X to deduce.
Oh, deduce here? Oh my gosh. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
No. Wait. This says it's locked,
Yeah.
but I forgot that was something I could do.
There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
You're right.
Miss Beard, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means, what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Beard opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is
Logic!
dust the prints on the basketball hoop.
And
The number plate. The prints on the number plate. They will tell us all we need to know.
Everything?
No.
Really? Like what, sir?
What?
What? Really?
For example, such as what? Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles. Everybody laugh at Gumshoe.
Wow, that was amazing, sir. How did you know?
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
I guess he would have wiped them down, but like, we didn't talk about that. Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is examine these.
Prints on the master key? Or prints on the doorknob? Oh, because Maggie's fingerprints wouldn't be on this doorknob if this wasn't the door that she...
Print on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey, you, pal, do us a favor and see what you can do if you can lift these prints. So, what'd you find out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective.
Sure, I found out the only Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Fate's prints were on this doorknob.
So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive.
I am lost, sir.
Thinking logically, A certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well.
Do not. No.
God, that was... Never mind.
Take that!
Now, whose prints should be on... Okay. Don't you
No.
find it odd the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean
Yes, the door that Miss Beard opened could not have been this one, but a different one.
Okay. Miss Bird says she unlocked this door, but her prints were not found on the doorknob.
What have we here? Nani? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
What could it be?
Oh! I see another clue.
That's enough.
What is this? I don't know.
it? Looks like a scrap of paper. I mean, I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it.
It looks like a note from the victim.
Yeah, and it's from Mr. Postman.
Do you want to read it real quick, Seb?
I brought like the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy.
Okay. Mr. Postman. There's also this.
Hey, Mr. Portsman. What is this? What's this?
What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Oh, hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk.
Positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this.
Why do you keep ignoring me?
It's sitting in front of
Because you're so
Portsman's office.
ignorable.
There are signs that it has been moved. Yay!
Woohoo! Our house is back.
Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely.
How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't mean to alarm you, Gumshoe, but I think I found the real killer. As long as my logic is sound, then yes.
You what?
The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman?
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspected him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir.
Not yourself.
No.
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentleman, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Is somebody knocking or is that a cat?
It sounds like a cat.
Both.
Yeah,
could
a
it be
cat's
mice?
knocking on my door.
Could it be mice? It is marching here.
Maisie, mice!
Gandalf.
I think
Forensics.
this one's Sap.
Mr. Portsman, I've finished processing the bloody letters, sir. Sure.
Holy
sir.
shit.
Sure.
Oh, all right. Let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Hey.
Nice. I'm gonna let Maisie in real quick.
Okay.
Okay, looking good. You there? Take care of this. Oh, you messed up my shot, bro. Bro, what the heck?
No
Oh,
one messes
what-
up.
Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now.
I would like to
Follow-
inform you all. I'd like to inform you all that I opened the door. Maisie looked at me, meowed, slowly walked in, and then immediately walked out.
As she would.
No.
No, now she's coming back in.
Call off your cat, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke. Good kitty. As we all, Mr. Jacques Bolsamon, that you are the guilty party in this case.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you could stay if you promise to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job? I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. Yeah, hold on, yeah. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know?
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours is for now is explaining yourself.
Down, sir. Down. Down.
But later, we'll talk.
Although that too would only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up.
Off ya. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything?
He looks at me, and I look at him.
I have no idea
And I look at
no
him.
what
And he
sort of
looks at
harebrained
me.
idea you have in mind, but
Sorry.
Is it harebrained? Is harebrained H-A-I-R or H-A-R-E?
It
What?
should probably be H-A-R-E, really.
Yeah.
there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in there?
Like a March hare.
I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Mice.
Hair.
Mice. Sorry, but we're not finished yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something?
I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. With evidence.
These accusations are not based, bro.
I'm so based, you'll see.
Ooh. Ooh. This is good.
My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it?
You tell me. I'd say it is.
Music.
After all.
Yeah, Jay?
Did you have something to say?
Honestly, oh my god, there's music. I forgot to turn the game up. I've only been doing oh my god, this entire time. I turned my oh my god, there's music.
You didn't
Full
question
attention.
that there was no music?
No, it never came to my brain. I'm just
Oh, and what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here?
Jim was my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him.
And that's it. That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain.
But it's more than enough. Wouldn't you agree?
Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means?
It doesn't
Most
change
mur-
the fact.
I was like, most murders are done by people who are familiar with the victim.
Doesn't change
So-
the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Yes.
Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier.
Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room.
What should I do now? Should I raise an objection?
Yes.
Yes.
You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth?
Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot.
Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door.
Do I present
This.
the key or do I present Maggie?
Ah!
Oh.
That's a very good
Maggie.
question, actually.
I don't even think it can present Maggie.
Aw, damn it. I was gonna
Oh,
do it.
okay.
I was gonna present Maggie.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection. Wait. Hold on a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Oh, precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You use your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Now present Maggie.
Maggie Beard. You would ask Miss Beard to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know?
But the room you had Miss Beard open at that time was not your own, was it?
What?
You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story.
Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted?
And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right. They do slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not in fact mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think it was his room?
What
Answer now on your
could
phones.
it possibly be? That one.
Bien!
That is honestly
It
really
was the
clever.
basketball hoop.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. What? The basketball hoop, sir?
Do you know how to say basketball hoop in Spanish?
No, I don't.
No.
Please enlighten me.
Neither do I.
Oh, okay.
Nice!
Bicicleta Hupo!
I do, but I'm not sharing.
Figure it out. Learn from context clues. It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's.
There are signs that the hoop had been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not done. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
Oh, you were in your office the entire time, were you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm as pure and innocent as my jacket.
You
And
know
Miss
there's nothing innocent about that jacket.
Call me out. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. Damn.
My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who was the one truly covered in slime here. Oh. I swear
Now-
I'm not trying to make jokes about it. Nonsense, you say?
On. Yes, because I'm telling the truth here. Off.
Off.
You're making me dizzy.
Good.
Using the master key, of course.
Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right?
Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you.
That's fun to say. Elaborate labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Elaborate
Elaborate.
labyrinth. Unique New York. And what were you doing in your office?
I was doing my usual training regimen.
Gross. Training regimen. Were you going through your law books from start to finish?
Mainly batting practice and some weights. Oh, and a jog when I get the chance.
How big is your office that you can have batting practice and jogging in there?
Oh my god, I am alive. Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we have.
With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem.
Goodbye,
Oh.
everyone.
I was doing my usual workout, so...
I think I've given you quite a few reasons, actually.
Objection. But none of those would stand up on their own.
Objection. Then what about all the evidence?
Objection! It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence.
Object. Oh, okay.
Aw.
He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push, and all I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony.
Oh, short one.
Was it around the entire time?
That's got to be the bit we talk about, right?
Or wait, no,
Or-
go to the next one.
We have
Or a
evidence.
single reason.
Go to the last statement.
Single reason to suspect me.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think it's that one.
But what evidence?
Do we have the paper that was under the
Yeah,
door?
what does that indicate?
Under the door for absent person. That he didn't read the letter because it was still under there.
I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. You're not in your office.
Ah.
Wait, no,
wait.
no.
Uh-oh,
I
you're
pressed-
wrong.
I said
I
press.
get to be smug about it.
I pressed the press button.
Uh-oh.
I pressed the press button.
Okay.
I didn't
You're
actually
locked
present
out.
anything.
You pressed the push button.
We present the paper.
You were even on the wrong statement when you wanted to. Wait, what? Yeah.
Yes.
That was a lie.
What are you talking about? How is that a lie?
This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman.
A note?
No, it was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here it says, "But you're out."
3 strikes and you're out, buddy.
So we're on one then?
You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Touchdown. Shall I? I love the idea that Edgeworth knows nothing about sports. Definitely was a theater kid. Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room we had Miss Baird open for you.
He was more of a book kid. That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me.
Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence.
No way!
This is proof positive that you had Miss Baird open the door for you.
Her prints were not found
The
on
knob.
this doorknob.
Look at my knob. I had your door dusted for prints.
My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Baird's fingerprints.
Her prints, what do they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her print should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all this print on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Baird's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. It's a hell of a pursuit you got there, Edgeworth. Oh fuck, there was only one bullet fired.
And as I am alive still, what is so funny, pal?
On. Well, that look of stiff seriousness on his face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already.
On. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints. Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there.
You made that up just now, didn't you? How dare you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example.
Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, though. That's no excuse.
Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size.
Ah, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir.
Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it.
Oh, besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had just told you sooner. Sorry. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., right? And it was then that you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think it's that perfect?
Well, like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe.
Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check his alibi, sir. Be right back. Stomp. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him around 2 a.m.
You see?
All the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Nah, no contradictions. I win.
Nah, none of them.
Make you guilty.
Hold it.
You are correct, it was around 2 a.m.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2.
Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
It is as you say. However,
Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw?
it was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection. Oh, come on now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here.
Oh well, doesn't matter if you remember or not. Oh, it only matters if you ran into the culprit.
This actually is really good for us. So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit.
Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony.
And it was just as I said, right?
Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you around that time.
See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve.
Impossible! He actually does have the perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face?
Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. My favorite
really?
song. You there!
Sure.
Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle.
Maggie!
Detective Gumshoe!
You care?
Aw.
Is there nothing I can do? He looks so bored. Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around.
Turnabouts.
If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi?
The intruder I met
What
could
would
not
he-
have been Portsman. And who could it
Who could it
have been?
have been? What would he do? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic.
He would forge evidence. Oh, wait, no. Wrong guy.
In the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here?
I think it might be that one. I think it's the bullets. The number of bullets.
Is it these two?
I think so. So if there was another gun, then maybe there was another shooter.
I guess so.
My thinking is that there was an accomplice.
Okay.
There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. The one that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. Far
Death.
worse crime. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight.
Maybe the victim and his killer weren't the only visitors to my office tonight.
Maybe that's the person that stole the documents?
Maybe. Also, another visitor. The files were rearranged twice. 2 people went through the documents.
Haha!
Dachi, that is brilliant. He calls his partner Jim because it sounds like Jim as in gymnasium.
Eh.
Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder. So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of two different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Great, so you finally come to your senses.
Absolutely.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Sir, why are you poking me in the chest?
Right in the throat.
Look at his Adam's apple.
No. No, I'm real sensitive about that.
It's beautiful. This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I'd assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
A thief? But, sir, doesn't that cause some sort of a contradiction from the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Beard and gained entry into my office.
Objection! Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, sir.
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir?
I love the music in this. Like, knowing Edgeworth's themes so well, just like the little, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really great.
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. That's when he noticed sounds coming from my office would be my guess.
Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came back into his office to check it out.
Correct. And as a correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do.
But when
But
he
when
came
he came
in,
in,
he found his
Oh,
own
my
partner
goodness.
standing there. This is my
all right,
line.
Maggie, what's your favorite cereal?
Edgeworth's gonna run out of money soon.
Can I also get Lucky Charms?
All right, that makes things easier for me, honestly.
Oh my god.
What, do you want to share? I mean, make a date
No,
of it.
mine. All mine.
All right.
Be careful with this one, and gumshoe.
Thank you for trying.
Do we even read that line?
I think I did. I did. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing
Yeah.
there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room. This is where it gets complicated.
There was another?
There was another Skywalker, yes.
Visitor, sir?
Yes, and this person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
The stolen zero files, right, sir?
Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared.
Accused.
The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bolt was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shells getting messed up twice and the 2 bullets? It was all because 2 different people were doing things in 2 different times.
Precisely. Now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection.
Oh, not me. What's so funny, Pale?
Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does, Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial.
You know, circumstantial evidence does hold up in court.
Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right. It would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there's still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Actually, your supposition that I was the first visitor.
Ooh, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that too.
Down, boy. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir.
I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must.
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? I mean, that is, if your theory is correct. Let's go
Because
again.
we don't like you.
That thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down to criminal affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
So, you think you should be out there looking for the thief?
Of course, now isn't the time to be having these dead-end discussions.
I don't think it's all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it.
Little metallic sound effects every time he chomps on the metal.
Hold it!
Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Why not?
That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer very clearly left those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them.
You mean the zero files again, right?
Yes, Gumshoe, very good. And that's how we also know the letters themselves were a setup, and not from Mr. Faith.
I got pleased.
If the good boy, have a treat. It's a marshmallow.
Finally.
If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves?
Ah! Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yes, that must be it. Maybe, just maybe.
Hold it!
Just a moment, sorry. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby.
Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after.
Oh? You talk like you know quite a bit about this thief.
It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything. After all.
Hold it!
But according to Mr. Faith's note...
Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say, just before he was murdered.
I don't have any, no.
You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time.
Gumshoe, not now.
Sorry.
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith?
Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. On. You know those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
And what of the evidence he brought?
There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks.
He brought me 2 items, a gun and a pendant that were related to yesterday's case.
Hold it!
A gun and a pendant.
Yes, this gun, which was the murder weapon. And this pendant, which belonged to the victim.
And why were you taking them to criminal affairs?
There was something in a past case file I wanted to compare these 2 to. But all this has nothing to do with this case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail I left to be to your satisfaction.
This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out.
Hold it!
I can expect you to know, can I?
Nope, but I guess you can expect me to take a guess based on logical deductions.
Oh? Then let's see you deduce.
Alright, Jim waited for me to leave and then stole the master key. For the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed, and the murder occurred. It's all exactly as I laid out earlier.
I know he's lying. I know it's here. Okay, well, I read this. This is
Yeah.
all that.
So it's
The
got
end
to
of
be that new
now.
statement, right?
You would think. The gun and the pendant. Could the gun be the murder weapon in this case, or the other gun?
Is it in evidence now or something?
No.
No.
So we're trying to figure out, or we're trying to prove that he was the one that was here, right?
Right.
And some random thief probably wouldn't know the existence of the safe, right?
Right.
Can I try presenting the safe here?
Sure.
For sure.
Objection! You might be wrong,
Miss-
but...
Large flaw in your logic.
Nah, dude, nah. Really? I think it holds up rather well, actually. What do you think's wrong with it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay.
This isn't like you would all concentrate and remove that face from your face.
That was careless of me. Can afford to do that, or the truth will slowly slip away. Remain calm, Miles. It's the only way. He called himself Miles. That's weird.
Aw.
That's weird to me.
That's his name. But...
Do you think he's gonna call himself Edgeworth?
Yes!
His last name every time?
Yeah.
In California?
It's to remind himself that he's not a Von Karma.
It's gotta be that gun and pendant bit.
Yay. Oh, it's probably
Wait.
this, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Please? No.
Large flaw.
Come
Oh, the
on,
jacket
this is
goes
the first
on.
case. I can't be.
Oh,
I can't be screwed
yeah.
up now.
And
You
now
gotta
it's off
concentrate,
again.
come on.
Ooh, baby.
You gotta believe.
Give me 2 items. Wait, hold on.
I didn't expect this guy to be so
Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is, you fail.
Excuse me?
You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you.
Well, here's a piece I think you should read. Carefully.
3. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman.
I can't believe! To get tripped up by simple arithmetic!
Oh. Where is the missing piece of evidence?
It's...
You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe, pat him down.
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe.
No.
Yeah.
What? Don't come any closer! I'm
Oh,
warning
you're
you!
getting paid. Oh, you
No.
come here.
No!
This is all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me.
Oh, I do love having muscle around.
No!
Pet, 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 pet.
Pat, pat.
Wait,
Pat,
what's
pat, pat,
this?
pat, pat.
A cocaine mallet? Where'd you even... Oh, he had this on him, sir.
Oh, you're just happy to see me. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
But why would he hide something like that, and also where?
There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. With the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. The KG8 incident. His blood.
Hang on, what's this?
Luigi? Lunar hat?
The KG8 incident.
Huh?
The same color as your hat.
Oh.
It's no, it's not. It's purple.
It's a little too purple for my hat.
This is
It's lavender.
It's lavender. Gotcha.
You look more so when you were.
Great. Police cases, the number, sir. Does this mean that this video was evidence from the case?
Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now.
Eh?
Let's give the casing a thorough once-over.
Eh?
A real look-see.
Eh?
Oh my goodness. Raspberry jam.
Ah, there's gumbo on there, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it?
The delicious gumbo of truth and justice. Yes, and I believe that this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. I'm trying to think of a good first name for, like, Detective something Gumbo.
Mumbo.
Mumbo gumbo.
No suggestions from Jay, please.
Do we have the time for those right now, though?
No, we don't.
No, we
Say the
don't.
line.
No.
This blood is still fresh. It's after 10 o'clock.
You mean this might be Detective Fate's blood?
No! You've got it all wrong!
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. Shrimp gumbo. You told us earlier that you'd received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video?
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. And I guess also
No,
Gumshoe now.
impossible. I'm.
Oh, that's chocolate.
Oh, he reminds me of him.
Too bad it wasn't glass.
That's a very good sequence animation there. Really good breakdown.
Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
Boy. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood void came back, and it was definitely Mr. Fate's blood on there, so. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Fate's fingerprints as well.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside of the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. And this family-sized box of Lucky Charms.
This is the best day of my life.
I get to eat today.
Me too.
Do I need to adopt you two?
Aw, it was nothing, really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir.
Good God, woman.
If it had been a holdup or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air.
Like
think
you
I'm-
just don't care.
I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person.
Something tells me you should have hired a different person for security detail.
You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his other court cases. There's even some rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir.
Forged evidence,
And they say he even decided to not prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons.
Ooh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking him what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, we never really got near that topic. He just kind of, clammed up.
Although we can be pretty certain it was to steal something.
Duh. Well, this is between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge investor organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this.
Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy?
I didn't say that. Or rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence.
This?
The
The
file.
basketball hoop.
The basketball.
Yes.
The ball itself.
Probably the file.
Yeah,
File makes sense.
I
Take
don't want
that. The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night,
it. Yeah, I wonder who it was.
and what happened to the stolen pages. I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Phoenix.
Ghastly.
Phoenix.
Zap.
Oh,
Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
yes.
I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
You can take the gauze out now. You went to the dentist hours ago.
Thank you, sir.
This card.
What is it, sir? Is it like a bird or something on there? Is it a rabbit?
It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's been talking about.
Yes, it is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu.
Get the
it's a
goddess.
reveal card.
Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood.
Oh,
What is it, Jay?
Link-
looks familiar.
It's Cecil. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Though we don't know much about the thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. It's Furio Tigre!
oh no!
Yeah. The
The
return.
theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media, along with this single card. Though it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Look, something's written on the bag.
Nani? Let me see.
It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files.
So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization 13. Quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery.
Keywords, yes.
The murder in my office.
I cleaned.
The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
What?
The text got slower suddenly.
You want to be weird and dramatic.
end.
Yeah, we made it.
Let's save about it.
I would love to
it's a
say.
Yay!
Ooh, that was
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited to be back to the series.
Yeah.
And be back to
Yeah.
voicing Edgy Poo.
Edgy boy.
Edgy boy.
Saps, you really got to work out tonight.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I like this
strengthen my
because this is a
entire
very
throat.
comfortable voice to do for me.
Me too.
All right. Thanks for
Alright.
joining us tonight, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's tomorrow?
Tune in tomorrow
Tomorrow's-
for Half-Life 2.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And there's a better question.
What's that?
What is right now?
Soup?
Soup.
Well, when we end, I'm going live.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Wait, what?
Really?
Yep.
Girl.
You'll see. Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it. What are you doing?
I need to head to bed.
It's gonna go right up.
Okay. Have a good time.
Sure.
Have fun. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna test
I'm
some
outie.
things, aren't you?
No.
Oh, you're testing. Okay. Yeah,
Nope.
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
You have no idea.
I have an idea. Okay, well, I guess tune in for that after the stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going
But
up
for
right
now,
away.
we are heading off.
It was basketball soup.
Basketball
soup.
soup. Metal soup.
Borscht.
Gold medal soup, actually.
It was
Gold
gumbo
medal.
soup.
Gumbo. It was gumbo.
Gumbo soup. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.